Welcome back to the Road Show this morning in the Buzz. Police are reopening an investigation into a Portland massage therapist's accusations that former Vice President Al Gore groped her at a hotel there back in 2006. Now, the case had been closed because officials said there was no evidence, but yesterday it was reopened without an explanation. A spokeswoman for Gore says he unequivocally and emphatically denies making unwanted sexual advances toward the woman, and goes on to say that further investigation into this matter will only benefit Mr. Gore. The masseuse claims that the former vice president made unwanted advances during an appointment at a Portland hotel, which he was at to deliver a speech on climate change. Now, this all comes just a few weeks after Al and Tipper Gore announced they are divorcing. So what do you guys think about the fact that this is being reopened?
I bet Al wishes he didn't invent the internet right about now, because this information is just going viral all across the world. What do I think about it? I think that based on what I've read about the story, that the woman involved here, the massage therapist, finally has the courage to step forward and perhaps press charges, because it sounds like, based on what I'm reading, that she was pressured not to say anything by her liberal friends that said it would affect global warming or something like that. I mean, this is just, you know, it's weird. I
mean, listen, I think that every accusation has the right to be investigated and to be proven false or true, so I have no problem with that. This woman, though, just seems to me maybe like she's got some dollar signs in her eyes. I don't know.
Why now, though? Why do you think it would happen now? You say because she had been pressured by friends not to speak.
Some of the quotes seem kind of, I mean, didn't she say something about, oh, you're like a lovesick poodle?
She called him a lovesick poodle when he was, she went out for the massage. He told her to drink some booze. She said she didn't want to. Then he was like a, what did you call him, a love-crazed poodle, jumping all over her on the bed and all that. But she said she was afraid to leave the room because the security detail involved and the fact that he is a former vice president and all that.
You can understand that.
I think there are two things that are not helping him in this case in terms of public perception. Now, we don't know what the situation is yet for him.
Okay.
I think there are two things that are hurting him. Number one, he worked, you know, he was the vice president when Bill Clinton was the president, who is a well-known philanderer, and there are still reports coming out about the fact that he's, you know, stepping out and that sort of thing, and then it was a problem for Hillary Clinton's bid for the presidency, and also the fact that, you know, he's getting divorced. So their divorce could have totally separate reasons. I mean, you know, they certainly had a long and seemingly love-filled marriage, and that they really, you know, appreciated each other and enjoyed each other's company. But the fact that now they're getting divorced doesn't cast the best. It's bad timing.
I will say,
and maybe that's the timing for her to come out now.
Well, true. I will say this, and not that it's an excuse for it, but think about the role of invincibility that some of these people are put into when they become, you know, vice president, or, you know, like
the Tiger Woods effect.
Right, John Edwards, another guy, you know.
Even Kevin Costner, you know, no political affiliation there, but just, you know, went to a massage therapist, and that massage therapist claims the same thing.
So they go into these situations where they feel, hey, it's me, I'm not going to get caught or turned in. They're not going to have the courage to turn me in if I do this. They're going to be flattered by the fact that I've made advances at them to, you know, have sex with them or whatever.
How many advances do you think they have denied, though, over the years?
Well, that's what I was getting at, is that, you know, they live in this, you know, the air of invincibility and air of temptation, because the, you know, the advances, like you say, that are made to them on countless occasions, wherever they go, eventually maybe they just can't stop and turn them away. I don't know.
Well, I'm curious to hear what our viewers are saying about this morning, and Courtney's talking to people on the live blog and on our Facebook page.
Yeah, we're just getting busy and getting started here on the live blog. I've got a couple comments to talk through right here on foxprovidence.com. This first one's from Joseph Butera, and he says, I don't think this will hurt his reputation. There are a lot of accusations against famous people, and they only stick around if they are true. I don't believe Al Gore would have done this intentionally. And Tripp says, I think since Gore's political career is behind him, the whole story is old news, whether true or not. And school teacher says they will definitely hurt his credibility. And she's referring to these accusations and allegations here. Here's the poll right underneath the live blog. Could the allegations hurt Al Gore's credibility? A, yes, it sheds a negative light on his image. Or B, no, it's just a story made up by the tabloids. And you can also weigh in on our Facebook Facebook page if you happen to be there and not on the live blog. You know, right now on your wall and your status updates. We have a couple of comments so far, and Becky DiStefano says, I'm not defending him, but this woman makes all victims look bad by wanting 7 figures for her story instead of going through the proper legal channel. So we've got folks on both sides of the spectrum this morning, but if you want to weigh in on the poll, we'll have those results in about a half hour. For now, we'll head into the kitchen. Lily.